All right, so if I were to ask you, which of these two mega cap names is a one-trick pony, what would you choose? Google, Alphabet, or Tesla? I mean, listen, they both have their fingers in many pies, but make most of their money in their prime businesses. Joining me now from the Fitz-Gerald Group, their principal, Keith Fitz-Gerald. And Keith, let's start with the Google's failed attempt to purchase Wiz, a $23 billion deal. I'd never heard of Wiz until this week. Talk to us about, first of all, what does Wiz do, and why is it so critical that this deal fell apart?
Well, this is very interesting to me because what happened was Wiz effectively showed Google the hand and said, we're going to deal with this elsewhere. Wiz makes cloud security products, and I think that the CrowdStrike debacle opened up a market to them, made them realize, A, how far behind Google is, and B, what an incredible opportunity they've got on their own. So this is significant. I think it's very telling because it makes me think about how much Google is playing catch-up.
So it's clear, though, that in this area, I mean, $23 billion, that's a big hole to fill for a company like Google.
Well, it is, and I think that Google is increasingly desperate to compete with Microsoft AI on so many different fronts, not the least of which is their primary business. So when you talk about a one-trick pony, people don't realize is 75–80% of Google's revenue comes from advertising. And consumers have had it, regulators have had it, and increasingly competitors and other products have had it.
All right, so Tesla, on the other hand, listen, obviously we know there's some amazing things that work there and what they may do over the next 10 to 20 years to transform all of our lives, but they're not monetizing those yet. But you still wouldn't consider Tesla, though, a one-trick pony.
No, I wouldn't. And respectfully, I would push back on that. They are monetizing. It's just that our accounting regulations do not allow them to recognize that because of the way they have to capitalize digital investment. So they're pushing into that. The mega packs are the nearest term, the robotics, the AI, the driving databases, the way they're spooling on computers, energy storage. That, to me, is the real enchilada. That's the stuff that I'm willing to hold on. I think the company is going to triple, if not more, in the next 3 to 5 years. So I'm willing to stick with it.
I know a name that you absolutely love, you've done extraordinary with, has been Palantir. It made a breakout recently, and then a couple of days later, someone put a sell rating on it. You've always said that Wall Street does not understand this company.
Yeah, they don't. They really don't get it. They didn't get it at $6. They didn't get it at $10. They still don't get it now, even as it's crested 30. This is about using data in ways that humankind has never anticipated, and they are the only company out there that does what they do. They do it with civilian contracting companies. They do it with the military. They do it with government agencies, and they are unabashedly in support of the shareholder.
Hey, 30 seconds to go. Overall, the mega cap rally, for the most part, stick with it or make a substantial move maybe to small caps?
I think the small cap rotation is a myth. I think it's not going to end well. I think that the money, clearly the big money, is going to stick with the large caps. It may be a bumpy ride for this earnings season, but it's going to be a historic earnings season, which is why I don't want to let go of it.
All right. All right, follow the big money. I mean, listen, we are talking about individual names that dwarf the entire small cap universe. In some ways, it's an odd comparison to make in the first place. Hey, Keith, always a pleasure to have you on. Talk to you again real soon.
Thank you.
All right, folks. So last week,